All right, we're gonna take a few minutes to go through how to read your workout so you can go into it confidently knowing what you're supposed to be doing, all right? So on this side here, I have an example of what you'll see when you look at any given exercise, right? There's probably gonna be a demo video up top for whatever the exercise is. Let's call it squats for now, just to use it as an example. And then you're gonna see your prescription as to what you're supposed to be doing below. Now you might see all of these things, or you might not see all of these things, okay? And that's okay. The thing you will definitely see is right here when we see 3x10. So we're talking about our sets and our reps. This is telling us how many times am I supposed to be doing this thing. The sets are always noted first, and the reps are always noted second, okay? A set is a grouping of consecutive repetitions. So in this case here, again, we'll use a squat as an example. I'm doing 10 repetitions, so I'm going to do a squat 10 times without a break, and that's my 10 repetitions. And that cluster together is called one set. So that would have been one set of 10. I'll do it again for 2 sets of 10, and then I'm gonna finish 3 sets of 10, and I'm gonna move on, okay? That's gonna be one of the most important things for you to get, okay? So make sure you got that piece locked in. These other things may or may not be there, okay? Depending on what we're focusing on in our training and what level of specificity we need to introduce. If you see this here, there's a video later that's going to talk about how hard should we be working in our sets, and that's what this is here, the RPE, the rate of perceived effort scale. Below, if we have a specific rest period we want to note for you, it'll be written out there, and that's telling you how long you're resting in between sets. If it is not noted there, then that means your job is to rest as long as you need to, but not long as you have to, so that you can go back and hit another quality set, okay? There'll be more on that later too. Lastly, something you won't see often, but if you do, this is noting tempo, okay? If it's not on your program, don't worry about it. You can probably just skip this piece. But what this is telling us is how quickly the movement should be looking when we're doing our reps here. So using the squat as an example, there's 4 parts of every lift, and these are gonna tell you how many seconds it should take to do each one. So in this case, the first number always notes when the muscle is lengthening. So for example, a squat. As I'm going down into my squat, my muscles are getting longer, getting ready to fire. That's gonna be the first number, and this is telling me that I'm gonna go down at a 2-second pace. So it should take me 2 seconds to get to the bottom of my position. The next number is when you're at that most lengthened part before your muscles contract. Should we have any pauses or hanging out there? So in this case, I'm supposed to have a 1-second pause at the bottom of that squat. Then we have the contraction, the going up. For this case, we don't have a number, we actually have an X, and an X means go as explosively as you can. If it said 1, it would have been a 1-second up. An X means everything you got, get up fast. And then the last number is at the end of your rep. I just completed 1 full rep. Do I pause, do I hang out, or do I just go right into the next one? And in this case, we go right into the next one, okay? So that's tempo. Anything in here, if it confuses you or is a little bit kind of tricky to understand, if you go into your profile and look into the document section, there is a document labeled How to Read My Workout. And it's gonna go through more examples of all of these things so that you can get a better feel before you go into your workout as to what these things mean if they're on your program and how to do it effectively. Okay? One last thing to check in. When you look at the overview of your day, you're probably gonna see something like this, right? 1A and 1B, then I see a 2, then 3A, 3B, 3C, okay? This is telling you if any exercises are paired together or should they be done totally by themselves. In this case, 1A and 1B, so we know they are paired together. In which case I'm gonna perform 1 set of 1A, move on to 1B, then come back to 1A, then on to 1B, etc. until I've done all sets. When I see 2 by itself, then it'll probably have a prescribed rest period because that means that exercise is totally by itself, and during your rest period, you're supposed to be just recovering and feeling good for the next set. Keep an eye out because it's totally common for us to link 2, 3, or even more exercises together. So just take a look at that overall view. If you miss it because you didn't look all the way through, no big deal, just do it and get it in afterwards. But that way you'll feel smooth, you'll get your workout done effectively and efficiently and go about your day, okay? If you have any questions on these pieces, again, check out the document section for the How to Read My Workout document under your profile, and let us know if you have any questions.